Hi there, welcome to That Board Game Show. My name is James Wood, and today I'm going to show you how to play Hex Roller, a 1 to 8 player roll and write. This is a really simple roll and write game, and so I'm going to show you a couple rounds and how the solo game plays, which is identical to playing it with multiple players. We are literally just going to roll all these dice every turn. The color of the dice is irrelevant. They're just different colors because they can, and it's fun, and it's colorful. And we're going to select dice to write on our sheet over here, over a series of rounds. And at the end of the rounds, we will tally up our points, and whoever has the most points wins. If you're playing solo, you're just trying to beat your personal best high score. So if you happen to have a copy of Hex Roller at home, you could actually pause the video now, go grab that copy and play along with me, because you can literally just follow the dice rolls as I do them. So with that said, let's show you how it plays. First thing we do is pick up the dice, shake them up, and give them a roll. Then we group the dice by number. So we put all the 4s together. We put all the 3s together. And there's an 8 and there's a 5. So if you're playing with multiple players, anyone can roll the dice. It doesn't really matter, because now the next step is simultaneous. Everybody at the table is going to look at these dice. You're going to pick one group and you're going to write that number of times on your board. For instance, if I choose the 4s, I'm going to write 4 3 times. I'm going to write 3 4s on my board. Now the rules of placement are thus. You have to match the number you pick next to a space that already has that number. So for instance, let's take these 4s. I'm going to take the 4s over here, and I'm going to write a 4 over there, and a 4 over there, and a 4 over there. So that was 3 4s. Now, everyone at the table, and if you're playing along at home, you can do this as well, is doing this simultaneously. So we're all looking at the dice at the same time, picking a number and writing it on our sheet. And you will see that I connected this 4 and this 4. So now at the end of the game, you're going to score 4 points for connecting those 2 4s together. Or if you can pull it off, you can score 8 points if you can connect this 8 and this 8. So now my next option would be to do the 3s. So let me write 3 in somewhere. I could take this 8 or this 5. So let's think about that. I think I'm actually going to take this 8. I want to take that 8 rather than the 3 3s. And I'm going to put an 8 up here. That is not very clear, but I hope it gives you an idea. And now that is the end of the round for me. So I'm going to take those 2 numbers that I wrote, the 4 and the 8, and I'm going to put it in these 2 columns over here. So let's put the 4 there and the 8 there. And this is how many rounds we're going to play. So that was round 1 of 8. There is also another side to the sheet on the back there. And on that side, that's a slightly quicker game where you only play 7 rounds and you only use 7 dice. The 8 rounds and 8 dice just give you some more options, and it's a slightly longer game. It's 1 more round. So that is the end of the round. Now, everyone at the table, write their numbers in. When everyone's done and they've written their numbers there, we pick the dice up, we roll them again, we group them again. 4, 4, 4, put the 6s together. Ooh, lots of 6s, and a 3. Okay, so let's take all of those 6s. I'm going to put those 6s in over here. Let's try connect the 6s. I don't think I'm going to connect these 8s. That's just not going to happen. So I'm going to try connect these 2 6s together. So I'm going to take all 4 of those. I'm going to start over here next to a 6. I'm going to go 6 there, and 6 there, and 6 and 6. Okay, and then let's take these 4s. I think I'll just fill up this middle area with 4s. So let's go 4 over there, and 4 there, and 4 there. Okay, now I can explain something else to you. At the end of the game, we're going to score each of these sectors. So you are going to score each sector equal to the number that you have the most of in that sector. Except this middle sector is a little bit different. If you manage to fill up this middle sector, whatever your number is that you have the most of there, you're going to score double. So right now, I can't actually write 4 in there because I haven't filled this whole sector in. You only score in this way for the sectors that you have completed. The other thing you're going to score for is connecting the different sets. So like I've connected 4 and 4, so I can actually write in here for the endgame scoring. I can mark off this and put a 4 in there because I have connected my 4s together. If I connect my 6s together, I can write 6 in there. And then I'll score those points. For these smaller sectors, you just need to fill them in, and then whatever number is the highest is the number you will score. At the bottom here, this is for the rounds. So each round, let's see, I took a 6 and a 4 this turn. Must remember that. So now I've taken the 6s there and the 4s there. So I'll put the 4 down here and the 6 up here. And I should probably be using a pen because I don't think this pencil's quite doing the job to show you what's going on. So now you'll see that I've got a 4 and an 8 and a 6 and a 4. At the end of the game, you're trying to make runs in these 2 rows. So that's another thing to factor in when you're picking the dice on your turn. You want to try and get a run from 3 to 8 if you possibly can. Now, they don't have to be in that order. You don't have to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It can be a 3 over here, a 4 over there, a 5 in the middle. But you have to have a run, and it has to start on 3. You can't start it on 4 or 5 or 6. So starting at 3 and going up as high as you can. And then for each one, you write in the highest number that your run got to. So if you got to 6, you're going to write 6 in there or in there. Tally those up, and that will be your final score. So let's play the next round. I've taken my 6 and my 4. Everyone else at the table has had plenty of time to do so. We roll the dice again. We've got an 8, a 6, a whole bunch of 3s. That is not a very nice collection of dice. So let's see. I can't connect my 3s because I've blocked those off. Let's maybe go with 5s. Where's my other 5? I could try to connect these 5s maybe. Let's do that. So I'm going to take the 2 5s. Let's put a 5 here and a 5 here. Then I'm going to use one of these bonuses. So at the top here, we have these various bonuses. I'm going to use this one over here. So I'm going to scratch that out. And that's going to allow me to write a third 5. And I just realized I scratched out the wrong one. That bonus allows you to pick 3 dice groups instead of just 2. This one over here allows you to write an additional number. So I wanted to write 3 5s, not 1. So I'm going to scratch this one out and write a third 5 instead of just 2. And we will just have to remember that I haven't used yet, because now is not a good time to use that. And you can only use one of these bonuses once per round. So let's see, I've taken the 5s. And let's take the 3s, because I need to get 3s down here to be able to do these runs. So let's put some 3s over here. We'll put a 3 there, and a 3 there, and a 3 there. Okay, so now we're done 5 and 3. I'm going to put the 5 up here, and the 3 down there. Now I just need a 3 up here, and I've started a run. And that is the end of the round. We roll the dice. We go again. 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof, that is a horrible roll. Oh my goodness. That was quite terrible. Quite terrible indeed. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, I think I'm just going to take these 3s so that I can get a 3 up here and start working on this run over there. And I'm going to write those 3s in over here. 3 and 3. And put a 3 there. And I don't really want those 4s. So I think I'm just going to take a single 8. Let's write that single 8 up here. Okay, and we're going to write 8. Oh dear, that was a bad idea. So now I've got 2 8s down here, which is not ideal. I should have put the 8 up there. In which case, let's actually... Hang on a minute. I'm not going to write that 8. Scratch that out. I need an eraser now. I'm going to use this 5 rather and put a 5 over there so I can work towards getting these connected, and then I'm putting a 5. Make that a very obvious 5. That's a 5 over there, so now that's 3, 4, 5. Now I've started a run over there. Yeah, that is better. Okay, let's roll the dice. See what we get. A 6 and a 6 and an 8 and an 8. Now would be a time to take 8s. 2 3s. Okay, well those 6s would be not a terrible one, because then I can finish my 6 set over here. And I could put a 6 there. Yes, I'm going to take those 2 6s. So we'll put a 6 over there and a 6 over there. So I'm trying to fill in this area, and I'm connecting these up. And I'll put my 6 in this bottom row. Then, you know what? I'm going to take those 2 8s that I didn't take earlier. So an 8 is going to go up there. And I'm going to put these 2 8s here. I'm going to put an 8 there and an 8 there. Yeah, that is my plan. And we're going to roll the dice. There are 7s. Oh, yay. I wanted to take some 7s because then I can start fleshing out these runs. And 5s. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, now I'm going to use this bonus up here. So scratch that out properly, because I want to use all 3 of these groups. And let's see. I'm going to put my 5s down here. Okay, I'll put a 5 over there. And a 5 over there. And a 5 over there. Then I'm going to put these 7s. Let's fill the 7s in up here. 7, 7, 7. And then the 8s, I'm going to put one 8 over here. And now I can't put another 8 adjacent to that, so I can put the other 8 up here. And now I've filled this area in with 8s, which is really good. And now for the 2 numbers here, when you use this bonus to use all 3, you pick 2 of the numbers, because you can only put 2 in here. So again, you're getting a bit of flexibility. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put the 7 up here, and then that is a full run up there. And then down here, I've got all those other numbers, so we'll just put the 8. Then we roll the dice again. And this is the final round. Let's see, we've got 4s. There's another 7. So another 7 would be a good one, because then I can get this run going here. 6 and 5s. Okay, so I should probably take the 7, because then I've got a full run from 3 to 8 down here. So that 7 goes there and there. So now I've filled that area in with 7s. I'm going to put my 7 over there. I'm going to take 5 or 6. If I take these 2 5s, yeah, let's take those. Ooh, actually. Yes, okay, I'm going to take the 2 5s. I'm going to put 1 5 up here. And I'm going to put 1 5 down here. Doesn't really matter. Actually, it does. I'm going to then use this bonus, scratch that out, because that bonus lets you write a 2 anywhere. So I'm going to write a 2 over here to close off that sector. And over here, I put the 7 and I used a 5. So I'm going to put a 5 up there. And that is the end of the game. So now I tally up my points and let's see how I did. So for each of these that you don't use, you get 2 points. So that is a grand total of 0 because I used all my bonuses. Then we go to each sector. So this pink sector I did complete and I got 7s. So I put 7 over there. The blue sector I completed with 8s. So I put an 8 over there. Green sector I did not complete. So strike that. This turquoise sector, did I finish that one? Yes, I did. That's full of mostly 5s. So we put 5 in there. Yellow did not finish. And purple did not finish. And you'll see that these, they're pretty faint, but they're there. They've got little symbols for each of these sectors as well, so you're not reliant on the colors. So now we look at this. We've got 7, 8, and 5. That is 15, 20 points over there. The orange sector, this big middle one, we've done mostly 4s. Let's put a 4 over there, times 2, so that is going to score 8 points. Then we connected the 5s, so let's put 5 there, and we connected the 6s, let's put 6 there. We didn't do that, or that, or that. So that is 11, 15 points over there. Then down here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is a complete run of 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is another complete run of 8 for 16. For a grand total of 31 plus 20 is 51 is 59. A grand total of 59. That is probably one of my best scores. Actually, I suppose using all those bonuses probably wasn't a terrible idea after all. So there you have it. If you have a copy of HexRoller, I hope you played along. If you don't already have a copy, I hope you have a lot of fun if and when you do get one. And with that, I will say thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show.